Hey, it's Alecia here, and today I am sharing Share Your Heart with the Lion's Den series. And today I'm going to talk about the lesson I learned from a first love. And I enjoy sharing my knowledge with the Lord from the sermon notes that I experience and I learn. And this one really made me think about the relationships I have now and always looking for ways to make stronger relationships more meaningful. Aren't you? So, what was the love you had at first? I want to share the story inside of Revelation 2 1 through 7. And I want you to listen to how this was from the church of Ephesus and how they put together the love that they had as a congregation. Because in Romans and Revelation, you learn about all the different churches and how their relationship was from the different type of churches. And so this one, you'll see as I read these verses. To the angel of the church in Ephesus, right? These are the words of him who holds the 7 stars in his right hand and walks among the 7 golden lampstands. I know your deeds, your hard work, and your perseverance. I know you cannot tolerate the wicked people, and you have tested those who have claimed to be apostles but are not, and have found them false. You have persevered and have endured hardships for my name and have not grown weary. Yet I hold this against you. You have forsaken the love you had at first. Consider how far you have fallen. Repent and do the things you did at first. If you do not repent, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place. But if you have this in your favor, you hate these practices of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who is victorious, I will give the right to eat from the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God. So when you first learn the love of God, it's more of an obedient love and abandoned the love that they had at first. So something happened over time. Was it something mechanical or routine? Think of how extraordinary this church of Ephesus was. You know, your labor. I mean, you had to work to show that love. And it's that point of exhaustion and patience and endurance. And you just don't cave in. It's like, how strong are you? Can you show that love, right? And even from, the namesake, what it stands for. So where and when did the relationship come to the point of like the husband and wife relationship with the Lord? Would it be a level of complaint against Ephesus? Maybe you need to go back to where we talked about Ephesians 5, 22, 23. Have you abandoned the love that you had at first? The relationship with Christ from the point of view of marriage. Loving God is the greatest of all commands, and deep love within our hearts is described in Ephesians 5. So what is the prescription of deep love? Care and want to please. Remember that way. If you can't find a way in a relationship to find love, remember who you are. Remember you are when you're falling. Remember where you are when you first fell in love. What was it like? Is the desire you have for Jesus and no time limit? Is that the way love acts? It should be exciting. And it didn't depend on teachers to give you encouragement. Your primary encouragement is between you and the Lord, the God. Primary love for Jesus. I like this verse in Isaiah 51, 1 and 2. It goes back to the love you have in the beginning. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness and who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were cut, and to the quarry from which you were hewn. Look to Abraham, your father, and to Sarah, who gave you birth. And when I called him, he was only one man, and I blessed him and made him many. Also, you gotta repent. You gotta change the direction. Loss of love for the Lord doesn't just happen just doing it wrong. Something has replaced your first love, and it grows with trust. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Found in Proverbs 3, 5 through 6, right? Who or what is your new love? getting rid of your new love was motivation. Is the Lord divorcing you? Confess and pray. You got to change your schedule to show this determination of finding that starting point for falling in love again. And read and listen to that Revelation 4:1-5, verse 14. Who is your first love? I'd like to hear that in the comments. Share, what is your first love? And of course, my favorite love verse in the world, 1 Corinthians 13:13. Now abiding the faith, hope, love, and all these three, what's the greatest? Love. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your feedback. Share your heart, like, and share. Thanks for watching.